Hello, I'm with Miss Arlene Hayes, and we're here at St. James Church, Mooresville. St. James was founded in 1800, and this building that is behind us was constructed in 1858?
56.
1856. Arlene is a grandmother, and like many grandparents, she is helping to raise her grandchild, a beautiful grandchild named Scarlett, who's enjoying her potato chips right now and going to give me a big smile. Oh, she just did. Arlene, you started something called Grandparents
Raising grandchildren.
and it started here in the parish hall here at St. James. What happened?
That's right. We were sitting around during fellowship time on a Sunday after service, and I was talking to a newer member, and they are involved in raising grandchildren, and a couple other people here are raising grandchildren. So I asked, do you guys have a support group that you go to? Because I had previously had custody of a grandchild, was raising a grandchild myself, and had a support group. And they said, no, we don't have one in Mooresville. And our vicar at the time looked over at me and he said, I think you just found your mission. And it's like, yeah, you could be right, because we need a support group here in Mooresville for these grandparents. And so I started doing some research, found out that we have a huge number of grandparents in the state of North Carolina raising grandchildren. So I started gathering information and stuff, and then a few weeks later at a vestry meeting the subject was brought up again. And that was when we had received our Galilee papers with the $100 bill attached to it.
That $100 bill.
That $100 bill.
At the Austin Convention.
That we are still holding on to. We have not spent any of that $100 yet. So it was determined at that point that that was going to be our Galilee program. They were going to turn it over to me to start this support group for grandparents raising grandchildren in our community.
Wow.
So I gathered information, set a meeting time, and I had 5 people show up for my first meeting. But the word is spreading. We're going to do newspaper articles, and we're advertising in other places. Hopefully I'll get it up on the internet soon as well, so that these grandparents have somewhere to go for support, because there's a lot of us that are doing the same thing out here.
And you were looking for a couple of locations, and we're kind of running into some closed doors, and then one opened. What happened?
Other churches are starting to open their doors and telling me to feel free if I want to have a group meeting there, just let them know they'll open their doors for me, and I don't have to worry about a place to go with our meetings.
I've got to tell you, when Arlene and folk from St. James were at the Mission Resource Support Team, which is the diocese way of funding and supporting mission congregations, you were talking about that and looking for another place to be, and St. Patrick's Mooresville said, we'll open our doors.
Yes, they did.
And not only that, what else happened?
B.J. Owens called me and wanted to do a sermon on grandparents raising grandchildren, and I said, absolutely, if you want to use my information, feel free. You know, the more we spread this word, the better we're going to be, the more people we're going to touch.
Well, you are absolutely remarkable, and we thank God for you.
Thank you. I am very fortunate that God is allowing me to do everything that I'm doing here at St. James, and hopefully I'll keep on doing it for many more years.
And Scarlett, thank you for letting us borrow your grandma for a few minutes. Yes. When you come into St. James, Mooresville, this is the sign that you'll see, and it says,
Enter to be nourished. When you leave, it says leave to serve.
That's what Arlene and the people of St. James Church are doing, serving in the name of Jesus.
Yes.
God bless you, and keep the faith.